All I can say is you know, throughout the centuries, women have discovered their potential of independence and of freedom and willing, and they started to act much more free than they used to be, and I think men are jealous about it and trying to take control of their freedom. I think this is still a very common theme, this idea of women being manipulated, because to me the character I'm playing is a little sheep in the open mouth of the big bad wolf, you know.
Is she the only innocent one? Or
no, I would say that as in a lot of Molière's comedy, for example, she's the purity that will show that everyone is impure next to her, and that's what I like about Chabrol. When he tells the story, he doesn't show anything. It's also to tell the audience the obscenity, you are creating it. And if you judge this woman, then you should judge yourself. And I think, yeah, it's her purity that suddenly is a reference to the immorality of the others. Because she has nothing to... I wouldn't blame her for anything. Because she's a completely pure, devoted woman, you know. She just gives herself completely away to the trust of men, and that's beautiful to see. Well, what I like is that every movie is the beginning of a new method. So I will say I never work the same for every movie. So there are period movies when I need to really fill myself with historical details and things like that, whereas some others where I just need to find as you said, the universal emotion, because usually it's enough to understand, you know. Time is only a location. Well, it's a really big pleasure. Because, well, first it's an honor because he's, you know, he's a pioneer of the French Nouvelle Vague. So it's a privilege for a French actor to work with him. But he's also a very, very charming man, extremely cultivated and passionate. So and very talkative about cinema. He watches everything. He's watched everything. So and he's been a journalist. So he's got a very good sense of critics. And talking with him is like opening a big historical book, you know. And being directed by him, it's a big pleasure because he gives a lot of trust to his actors. So it's almost walking on a wire, you know, because but he doesn't give you the hand. The one that I like the most, and it's a very Hitchcock style. It's The Butcher. It's a story of a young woman who is a teacher for young children. And she starts a friendly relationship with the butcher in her village, and suddenly there's been a murder. We don't really know who can be the murderer, and day after day the teacher is understanding that the murderer is her friend the butcher. And you know, the suspense is growing and growing and growing, just like in a Hitchcock movie. And it's you know, it's nothing. There's absolutely, it's only a question of direction. You know, it doesn't use many things, but Chabrol, just like Hitchcock, plays with the suspense, with the nerves of the audience. He plays with such a pleasure and a perversity also that we completely manipulate it. Well, I don't know. You know what I like? I think to me, I need a balanced career, just to have a balanced life. And to me, the balanced career would be, you know, to jump from a genre to another. And I like this idea of being everywhere and experiencing the most adventures as possible. So whether they comical or dramatical, I don't mind.
Do you remember any of his specific directions there?
No, he doesn't give away any details about the psychological background of people, and the way he describes the bourgeoisie, he just laughs about it all the time.
But he has a kind of contempt for them, I think, no?
Yeah, he's got contempt and fascination at the same time. The worst role, it was a long time ago. Yeah, when I wasn't able to choose. The best role, it's always the one I've just done, so it changes a lot. No, not really. I'm not specifically attracted by biopics.
Yeah, I think they're a metaphysical impossibility. I don't know why they seem so cheesy to me. I don't understand why people make biopics, especially now with rock. You're seeing so many more rock and roll biopics. I don't understand it.
No, me neither actually. But for example, you wear a T-shirt of Marie Antoinette. I think that was a very risky project to do the Marie Antoinette biography, and I think Sofia Coppola succeeded in a way that she gave a big distance regarding the real, what really happened. And I think that's important if you do a biopic, to have an angle, point of view.
And I think the POV was effectively, not unlike the character in this film, a woman who through her beauty is going through one station in life, through another station in life, through another station in life aimlessly. I guess I have to go. Favorite book, film, what music are you listening to these days?
Wow.
Don't worry if you
favorite
don't.
Favorite book. The Dream of a Ridiculous Man by Dostoevsky. Favorite music, Kainan, a Canadian and Somalian singer that is going to rock the place very soon.
What?
And what else?
I think it was film.
And best film, one.
Three, as you know.
I don't know.
None. It's fine.
I would quote directors: Joseph Mankiewicz, Alfred Hitchcock, and Stanley Kubrick.